If you own a Porsche 928, you might recognize this little item, which is a hood release mechanism housing. Goes under the left side of the driver's compartment. And this little baby is something of a bother because it is prone to breaking when you pull the lever. This particular one probably lasted 10 pulls, and I think I might have discovered the reason why. I'm going to go back up under the dash, and so it's over here on the left-hand side of the driver's compartment, and I have a new one in place. There are two socket head cap screws, tapered socket head cap screws, and looks like they are of the 4mm variety. And there is a pivot arm, the pivot arm that fits into over a peg, a pivot arm that fits in, and that's all well and good. And there's a cable that snaps into a clip area, and that's the area that's susceptible to breaking. I think I may have discovered why it has been breaking, and that is that this cover housing that snaps on is integral to creating a smooth path for the lever arm to swing and not get a torqued motion out. I'll see if I can set it up here in the driveway. This cover comes over the top when it's installed. The screws are actually in behind it. You see the chamfer for the screws behind there. That one's broken out. And then this is the pivot peg for the handle. But what's really important is that this has 3 snaps, 1, 2, 3 snaps that allow this cover to go on. This hole, where my finger is, that hole goes over the pivot peg, prevents the handle from rising out, and the back of it has a slot and a smooth edge that the handle pivots on. And if this is not snapped on properly, it allows the pivot arm to torque inside there, and I believe that that's what's causing this to break out at the pivot point. So I'm going to put mine back in. I'm going to make sure that these 3 clips and the pivot point work well. The socket head cap screw, the hex goes right through those holes. So before you finish the installation, before you screw it into place, this snaps on, covers up the screws and the pivot arm, and then you're able to run the hex through there with this all snapped together. If it's not properly snapped together, I think you're going to pivot that arm again and it will break once more, as it did for me. So now I'm on my 3rd one, and I think I've finally figured it out. Forgive me for just being a rookie, but this is important because if you have this snap, you will have a very difficult time getting under your hood for something like checking your oil or radiator or anything else might need to happen, like battery jump. So good luck with that, and this is going to go back in up under the left-hand side, and I'm going to fasten it back in and be able to pop my hood open and close. And if you should need it, there's the part number, the Porsche part number. I'm hopeful that this one will be, once I install it correctly, will be more of a long term. I think I got about 10 pulls out of the last one over the last couple of years. I wish you luck, and I'm interested in your comments. Many of you are probably much more knowledgeable than I am. Have a great day and enjoy your ride.